Good evening, parents, and welcome to my class. I am Mrs. Deiter. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend tonight, so I put together this presentation to show you a little bit about my classes. Here you can see my website. You can access it directly by typing mrsdeiter.weebly.com. Hopefully, it looks familiar to all of you because on the first day of class, your child was given a form to take home that instructed you to fill out the online parent contact form. You can see where it says attention parents. I know I made it really small, but there is a link underneath there that you were supposed to click and fill out the Google form that would be sent to me directly. Your child was also supposed to fill out an online Getting to Know Your Math Class quiz, which you can see where it says students. There is a link below there that they were to click and fill that out and turn in as well. Those are the first two grades that are in Pinnacle currently. So if you see that your child has a Z for either one of these categories, it was not completed. If you have any questions or concerns about that, please make sure that you send me an email, which you can do on my homepage here. We're going to navigate through my website a little bit so you can see where all the important information is. The first link that we're going to go to is the homework link. Here you can see that there is a calendar, and the calendar will have the daily assignments posted. Anytime that I'm giving the students a worksheet, it will be attached below the calendar, and it will be in PDF form. If they are having problems accessing the worksheets, they also have the option of taking a picture of it before they leave class. One other thing I want to point out under the homework website is that there is a my.hrw link. If you click that button right there, it will bring the students or yourself to this page here. Now, your children do not have their usernames or passwords for this site yet because we have not started using it. However, we will start using it hopefully by the end of the week. I just have to get my classes loaded and do a quick little test to make sure it's working. The majority of the homework assignments will be through this website. Okay? They will still from time to time have some take-home worksheets or assignments from the book, but most of their homework will be done through this My HRW site. This site is really good because if they get problems wrong, it can assign remediation assignments as well. So if you know that your child struggles a little bit in math, well, they should definitely be working on it every night, and they'll probably have some follow-up assignments to make sure that they are catching up and keeping on track. The next link, I jumped over the class rules and syllabus. We'll go back to that in just a second. But the next link is the grade/Pinnacle. Here is where you can click to see your children's grades. On the first day, the sheet that they took home also had on it some instructions for you so that you can sign up for Pinnacle and you can get weekly reports sent to your email, or you can get a report sent if your child gets a grade below, let's say, a 70, and you want to be kept aware of that. You can also go online and check their attendance. I know sometimes that's an issue. When I spoke to parents last year, they thought that their child was in school because they were dropping them off in the morning, but for some reason they weren't making it to first period because they were walking off campus, or sixth period, or whatever class it may be. So make sure you check out the Pinnacle online and sign up so that you can be kept aware of your child's academics and also their attendance at school. Another link is my extra help page. You can see all of those little purple buttons. If you click on those buttons, they're going to bring you to those individual sites. So I have a bunch of different resources. I've looked at them all before in the past. They either have really good notes, or they have some videos that the kids can watch, or they have practice problems that they can do. So these are all different sites that can give extra help if we're covering a topic in class and your son or daughter is just a little confused and needs some extra remediation. Okay, this is where you can find my class rules and the syllabus for the algebra class and the syllabus for the Algebra 1 honors. Okay. We're going to take a look at these real quick. Here is my Algebra 1 honors syllabus. We are going to be using the ACE books. This year, the books are consumable, so they will not be taking them home. They will be tearing pages out in class and using them. Okay. Also, I have a link for Beep, and Beep is the website that the kids can log on to with their username and passwords to find the book online. Just a couple quick things to highlight. I'm not going to go over the whole syllabus. If you want to find out more information, please make sure you log on to my website and you can read over it. But want to go over the class grades. For the algebra class, 35% of the children's grades are tests, 25% are quizzes, 20% is homework, and another 20% is classwork and participation. On participation, being tardy to class, not working on the warm-up, being disruptive in class, not taking notes, those are all things that will affect the participation grade. So those are things that students earn points for or lose points for. Okay. Also, if your child is absent, they have 2 days to make up the assignment and turn it in. Okay, it is their responsibility to make sure that they check my webpage, see what they missed, and make sure they come into school and have it within the 2 days. Tests and quizzes. If a student is absent on a test or a quiz day, they will be made up after school. So it's really important that they're in school for tests and quizzes. Otherwise, they're going to have to make arrangements to get picked up. Usually, my makeup days are Tuesdays after school. If that is to change, I will let the students know ahead of time. If your child is in my Algebra 1 honors class, here's a syllabus. We are using a consumable book as well. Ours for this class is the core math consumable book. So they have already been using this book and are tearing pages out, and sometimes the assignments will come from those pages and sometimes they will come from the My HRW site. Difference between the honors class and the regular class is honors, your tests are 40%, the quizzes are 35%, the homework is 15%, and classwork and participation is 10%. Same thing with the staying after school for tests and quizzes. Going back to the rules page, a couple of the most important rules for the students to come in, be prepared. Being prepared means they have their supplies, they have their homework from the previous day, they're ready to learn, they're ready to go. And they're in the classroom before the bell rings, okay? When they are tardy, they're going to receive points off. Listening carefully, doing their work, not being disruptive, being honest and responsible. I've told my students time and time again, if they want to copy somebody's assignment, it's going to catch up to them, and by the time they take the test or quiz, they're going to have A's on homeworks but F's on their tests and quizzes, and it's not going to match up. So it's to their benefit to do the work themselves. Cell phones and iPods becomes a huge issue as the year goes on. It's out of sight. As soon as they walk in the classroom, they need to be away, not in their pockets, but in their backpacks or in their purses and out of sight and off the desk. Just being respectful. If they don't like something somebody said, or they don't like the person that sits near them, unless they're having a real confrontation, just be respectful. Don't make comments. No arguing, talking back, cursing. And the last major rule is no excuses. And that's more of having a positive attitude, not coming in saying, oh, well, I'm not good at math. Because when kids say that, they're just, they're putting that already in their heads, and it's just going to set them up for constantly doubting themselves. So they need to stay positive, have a good attitude, keep trying, even when the assignments get tough, and have the attitude of I can instead of I can't. As you scroll down this page, it has all the classroom procedures. Not going to go through them all. Again, they're all listed on the web page, but pretty much this is the step-by-step of what is expected of your child in the classroom. Being in their seat, doing their work, not trying to interrupt in the middle of a lesson to tell me about a field trip they're going on or something that's not relevant. How to turn in papers, etc., etc. So if you have any questions or concerns, please, again, don't hesitate to send me over an email. Thank you.